The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Let's go.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top? He's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. The offensive starters now for the Broncos.
And what a tough environment to roll into. On the road, playing one of the better teams in the league, obviously, because this is the playoffs. So what do teams talk about? Bringing their own momentum, bringing their own energy on the road, because you know you won't get any from the home crowd.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now a look at the defensive starters here for the Steelers. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
We had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what was fun to me was hear him say, I like what we did, but we need more pressure on the quarterback this week. What he wouldn't tell us, though, was how he was going to create it. Is it going to be just the front 4? Is it going to be 3? Is he going to bring linebacker, secondary? This will be fun to check out.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. 2nd catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down. On first down, Teague, and he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. Now a handoff looking right. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Here's a 2nd and 7. He finds Douglas complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on? And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. From 10 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season.
It's a foot race. The 40, the 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. 74 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll drop the throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, That's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
From the gun on third down. Pitts, he's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Back to throw. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle it. Physically, but a lot of
let's go now. 60 out low. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Back to throw here. And that's complete. It's Allington. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They're going to look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. He's got daylight. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain?
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep them from going all the way.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Operating from the gun. Pitts. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
To try here for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive, and the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Then he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down. Now they try the right side here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here we go, Steve. Here I come. Here I come. Check.
2nd and 11. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got this down to the 35.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. From the right hash, this from 48. And this one is right through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's in his own second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's the 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football.
Still 2nd down.
Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 44-yard line.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Pitts. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll look to throw here. And he will find his man on the outside. 2nd catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a 1st down. On play action, they'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Now a handoff looking right. And some room to roam now. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. To throw on 2nd down. Pitts over the middle, complete. That's McBride. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. To throw on 3rd down. Pitts firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down. AFC title game, second quarter action, 2 minutes to play. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
It's 1st and goal after the... Back to throw. Pitts. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. 2nd and 14. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going why they said that. I have no idea.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
50 seconds, come on. And let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Let's get it.
So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game, as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that Lamar Hunt trophy and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, time to look ahead to the NFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half and the right to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl, as I'm privileged to hand things back over to Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. That second down run a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And what they're challenging here is the spot of the ball, and this is probably the hardest challenge to win.
So difficult because the speed of the game, the angles of the cameras, your angle from the sideline watching the play can often fool you into thinking.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
Let's go. Got it. Left tight end. Everyone, you got four down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Here we go.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go, again.
On 1st and 10, Pitts. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Pitts. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Back to throw. Pitts. On the crossing route, complete. It's McBride. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
2nd and 6. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll set up a throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Able to fight through one tackle. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Well, we got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
Means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people to power his way forward.
Now the extra point. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. So that drives 7 plays in length. Run. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Looking to throw. Pitts. Throw left side complete. It's Hart. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. The Broncos say they have it. They do. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. And this is one of those bang-bang plays. Charles did the knee hit.
Going the other way.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Single. 36, 36. Double time.
On 3rd down, Pitts got his man complete over the middle. That's Hart. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter. So it's his 2nd miss of the game. They both hurt. This one especially so.
Yeah, you've got a chance to give your guys a second-half lead, and they're counting on you to put them in front. And I tell you, there's no one more disappointed than he is that he let his guys down.
Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That one good for 26 and a first down. First down, he'll drop to throw it. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Now he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first, this from 41. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here. And he's into the clear. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. In for the score as his guys are able to regain the lead. Now the try here for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And right now they're just looking for a little more cushion, trying to make this a 2-score game. Points here would go a long way, obviously, to propelling them into the next round.
And this is where the head coach, offensive coordinator, they've had to set a tone all year long about what they do on offense. So most teams want to stay in attack mode, but you have to do it with some bit of caution, don't you? Because you can't come away with no points. You need these points here in order to feel a lot better about where they are in this game.
But this time of the year, playoffs, game of this magnitude, this is what we hope for.
Yeah, it's exactly what we hope for. You want to run your offense cautiously, but not so cautiously that you just give it up.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Pitts, over the middle, complete. That's McBride. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 45 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Steelers' offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brought down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it, a costly turnover. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
The previous play is
as they head to the field now with a gain.
That's all, baby. Go
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Single. 80 me. Watch the pass.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Back to throw. Pitts. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Pitts. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McBride. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Off play action. Pitts. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
2nd and 15. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Back to throw here. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. The Broncos send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
We got this.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
You got 4. You got 4. A gain of 2.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And the Steelers on third. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Pitts looking left side. He's got it. Complete. Second catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
A loss of 2. Which is about 2nd and 12 at the 34-yard line.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Pitts throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So the Broncos now down on the scoreboard. 1:53 remaining. They need a touchdown to keep their Super Bowl hopes alive as they come up on 1st down. Back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
That one looks like he'll throw here. It's caught. Baldwin. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they will take a knee here. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. And the AFC champion has been crowned onto the Super Bowl. There cannot be a better feeling than this.
It's almost indescribable. And when we talk to players from the past, a lot of them mention getting to the Super Bowl, winning a conference championship, even before they talk about the Super Bowl itself. All that hard work to get to your goal, incredible.